Have you ever wondered why, when building a new habit, you seem to run out of the motivation to continue? Because one of the core reasons why it's really so hard to build habits that last is that often when people make changes, like they make the change, they've implemented, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but they're not actually seeing any change. So then they lose the motivation to continue on. And what's really happening here is that they haven't actually achieved that breakthrough moment. Now, let me explain what I mean by a breakthrough moment by using an analogy of, imagine that you're sitting in a really cold room and there's a block of ice in front of you and it's -4 degrees. So it's cold enough to see your breath and the block of ice is just sitting there. It's not moving, it's not doing anything at all. And then ever so slowly, the temperature in the room starts to increase. So you go from -4 to -3.5, -3, -2.5. So the temperature is increasing, but the block of ice is just sitting there. There's no change that we can see. And then the room continues to heat, -2 degrees, -1.5, -1, -0.5 centigrade, and still there's no change. The block of ice is sitting there. And then as the room continues to warm up, you hit 0 degrees centigrade, and then the ice actually starts to melt. So the change that made the ice melt was only, like, the temperature only shifted 0.5 degree, but there's been a really big impact on what's happened to the ice. So this is what we call a breakthrough moment, which it's actually the result of lots of previous actions building that potential for that breakthrough once you hit the critical threshold. Another example might be if you're watching a stone cutter trying to cut a block of stone. They may tap away for 100 times and there's no discernible change to the block. And then on the 101st tap, which is no stronger, no harder, no different than the previous taps, the block just splits into two. So it's the culmination of all of the effort that's gone before. Then you reach that critical threshold, then you start to see the change. But whilst you're working towards that critical threshold, sometimes it can be really difficult to keep your motivation and to keep your intentions going. So if you're finding that you're struggling with this part of the process, please reach out and let's have a chat and let's see what we can do to sort this out for you. Thanks so much, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.